We ready? You didn't say. I always wait for the head nod. Hey guys, car audio Q&A. Today's question is from YouTube from Judo Boy 44. And so thank you for your question. And where did Judo Boy 44's question go? Judo Boy, here you go, I found you. What amp kit would you guys recommend for an Alpine PDX V9 or JL Audio HD 905 with 100 plus watts to each channel and 500 watts to the woofer? What gauge speaker wire? Question. So for us here at the Install Bay, of course, we carry lots of different brands of amp kits, wire, etc. But the number one that we go to all the time is by NVX. We usually always use their X kits. And the reason why we use them is one, it's a premium cable from the speaker wire that's included to the fuse holder to the power wire. It's true oxygen-free copper, so it's a premium cable. It's got more strands in their cable for power wire and speaker wire than most other brands. You could check that on out on your own. We have some comparisons on our wire pages showing kind of the different gauges from one manufacturer to the other. But one of the other reasons why is it includes more than most manufacturers. Like on the X-Kit 44 as an example, the 4-gauge 4-channel amp wiring kit, they give you like about 60 feet off the top of my head of speaker wire that you can actually run all new speaker wire to your all new door speakers and all that stuff. So most manufacturers give you like 10, 15, 20 feet. NVX actually goes above and beyond, gives you extra connectors. They give you good quality zip ties. Like I said, not to mention the quality of the cable. So everything that you get in the kit is typically everything that you need to do the job when it comes to your amp wiring. So definitely look at it. That's not the only brand that's good out there, but that's what we use here in our install bay. So I would definitely suggest checking that out. Both of those amplifiers, I believe off the top of my head, have 4-gauge inputs. So definitely look at the X-Kit 44 by NVX. It'll pretty much cover everything you need. The only thing you'll need to purchase additionally would be an extra RCA cable and a little bit of 12-gauge speaker wire for your sub. Now, as far as the gauge of the speaker cable is concerned, a good quality 16 gauge is typically going to be fine, but it really is relative to how long the run of the cable is too. So, you know, if you're running a 100-foot cable, a 16 gauge, and you're pumping that much power through it, I would suggest going bigger. But depends on where your amp's going and how far the run is to each speaker, etc. But, you know, anywhere between 16 and 12 gauge is more than sufficient for 100 watts or more, depending on the run. And for woofer-wise, 12 gauge is more than sufficient for way more than 500 watts. I mean, you got guys that are doing 8 gauge, but honestly, that's way overkill in most cases. So appreciate your question. Hopefully that helps you out. But I also wanted to share one more thing with you guys before we end this clip. And if you haven't already seen it, we just launched a couple weeks ago a new box building page. Brendan and I in the install bay here at Sonic, we're offering custom enclosures for you guys. So obviously, if you don't know or not, most people just typically buy a woofer and they buy an off-the-shelf enclosure, which is, you know, 50 bucks, 60 bucks, 100 bucks. Well, that's great. It's just not optimized for the particular woofer that you're purchasing. In a sealed box, you can get pretty close, obviously, but when it comes to a ported enclosure, there's a lot more that goes on just besides the airspace. There's obviously the tuning frequency of the box, and usually it's hard to find a generic off-the-shelf box that will be good enough to support whatever woofer you're going with. So you can see Brendan's in the background being a mad scientist, and he's building a custom enclosure for an RE audio woofer for a customer off that page. And we actually have lots of different options between different templates and shapes and designs, lighting, carpet options, so definitely check it out. Here's a couple examples. You've probably seen this one before. I think we showcased this in another video on how to carpet a box, and you may have recently seen this on Instagram. This is the Mobile Solutions Covert template set. Of course, this is just one in that template set. So really cool shape, and we can incorporate this into custom baffle boards and a lot of different things for custom enclosures. Here's a new one that we just picked up. This one is the Avenger. Most of you guys would say, hey, it looks like a Cadillac emblem, and it's kind of pretty close. So, and there's a lot of different other ones out there that we can make, and even using this same template, we can make other shapes off of this. which is pretty neat. So we can really customize it to kind of whatever you like and whatever you're looking for. So definitely check it out. We'll include a link at the bottom of this video, which will have that page. You can fill out the form and submit it, and we'll get back to you and give you a quote if you're looking for a custom box. We can make something really cool for you. And beyond maybe looking cool with a custom design and all that, the most important thing is that you spend X amount of dollars on your woofer. You really want to get the best performance and the best sound quality out of that speaker. And with the program that we use, Term Pro, which is kind of industry standard, state of the art, one of the best programs I've ever used, there's no question you guys would get an amazing sounding box. Check it out. I'm Allyn with Sonic Electronix. See you next time.